A TFWire.com video review.
Hey, this is Jesse at TFWire.com, and I'm coming at you with my next review, and this happens to be Transformers Animated Cybertronian-Mode Optimus Prime. Now, I didn't buy this one online. I actually picked this one up locally. In fact, the majority of the United States now has these figures out in stores. I happened to have picked this one up at Walmart, and they had both the Wave 1 and 2 Deluxes as well as the Voyagers in stock there. So let me just pick the figure up here so you can see it as I spin it around. Now, this being Optimus Prime, his color scheme is of course red and blue, as you can see here. We've also got some silver, which you can see here on the side. We've also got some silver here on the front of the vehicle. And in addition to the silver, we've also got some yellow here for the lights on the side, the lights on top, and we've also got some yellow around here on the back as well. And for the windows, as well as the visor up here, these are made from translucent blue plastic. Now, the alternate mode here is a Cybertronian truck. It's pretty basic and bland, if you ask me, and there's really not much to it. Up front here, we've got wheels, which spin quite nicely. In the back, we've got these faux tank treads, which have these little wheels on the bottom here, as you can see, and if I push it along here, it does roll, but definitely not all that great, and that's due to the fact that we've got these little wheels in the back here rather than the big wheels. So yeah, there's not really much to say about this mode. It's pretty blah, basic and bland. I do want to comment on the quality control here, or lack thereof. If I bring the figure up here, you can see that the this visor here is hardly on the top of this thing at all. If you look here, you can see the light through there. And let me go ahead and remove this, because this is actually the first part of the transformation anyways. There's a peg here on this right side. You can see that there. And if we look here on top, there's a place for that peg right there. And on my figure, the peg actually doesn't go in there whatsoever. Let me just go ahead here and reverse this so you can see. I'll simply stick the peg in the hole, push it down, it doesn't go in there whatsoever. And in addition to that, if you look up here, we've got two pegs on the front of this as well. Hold it here so you can see it. A peg here and a peg here. And on the top front of the windshield here, we've got these cutouts here. One here and one here. This should slide in there and lock into place. On my figure, it doesn't. So the only thing holding this visor in place is this peg here and the hole here for it. So I'm going to go ahead and set that visor aside for now. Now I'll show you the transformation here to robot mode. We'll start with the legs here. I'll simply go ahead and pull them out, rotate the entire piece down, and then pull the lower legs down and rotate them 180 degrees here. Next, I'll take the feet and flip them up. Next, I'm going to go ahead here and take the front of the truck here and actually fold it down a little bit. Get that out of the way. Next, I'll take the arms, fold them over like this, rotate them around here and get them into place. Do that to the other arm as well. I'm going to take these, well, let me save that for last. Let me get the arm out of the way here so you can see what I'm going to do. If you look here, we've got a peg here, and on the front of the waist here, we've got this slot here. So I'm simply going to rotate that down into place and slide that peg into the slot. It does go in there. Actually lock into place. There we go. And I'm going to take the head, rotate it around here so you can see it. Get the arm back down out of the way. And lastly, I'm going to take these back panels here and fold them down. So let me get them situated here so you can see the figure. There we have Cybertronian-Mode Optimus Prime here in robot mode. Again, the color scheme, this being Optimus Prime, is mostly red and blue, but we've also got some yellow here on the midsection, yellow here on top of the feet, and we've also got some yellow up here on top of the head as well. For the face, we've got some real light blue. We've also got some silver around there as well. And there's also some silver here on the midsection as well as here on the forearms. And again, we've also got the Autobot symbol over here on the left shoulder, which is also painted silver. So there's the color scheme. As for articulation, the head can look up and down. The head can turn side to side, but not while it's back as far as it can go. If you actually want to turn the head, you've got to rotate the neck up a little bit there, and then you can rotate the head a full 360 degrees. But if you slide it back and lock it into place, you pretty much just have up and down movement there. As for the arms, you can rotate them 360 degrees there at the shoulder. You can move them in and out of the shoulder. You can bend them at the elbow as well as rotate them at the elbow. You can rotate the upper body a full 360 degrees, or the waist, depending on what you're holding on to. You can move the legs in and out. You can move them forward and backward. And they can also bend and rotate here at the knee as well. So that's pretty much it for the articulation. Now if you're wondering where his weapons are at, let me go ahead here and show you his axe, as he does come with an axe. Here we have the single-bladed axe, or I can go ahead and split that in half. There we go. And he now has a double-bladed axe. And you simply insert the axe handle into either hand, and he can wield the axe. If you're wondering about the visor here, from the truck mode, I can go ahead here and take this gray piece here, rotate that around here to the side of the arm, and insert this peg here into that hole. Just like that. And this can act as a shield here for the figure. It's an okay shield. It really just looks like the top of the truck stuck on there, but I guess it does sort of pass as a shield. So let me go ahead and take that off now. I'm going to go ahead and remove the axe as well. Let me set the figure aside here for a second. And I'm going to take the top of the truck here, which was the shield, go ahead and split that in half like that. Now I'm going to take this piece here. If you look here, we've got this slot, and I'm simply going to slide that onto this, lock that into place, and we now have another weapon. I'm not actually quite sure what this is. I'll go ahead and stick it in the figure's hand here. The instructions don't say what this is. I don't know if it's a super axe, it's just another weapon altogether, but you can make of it what you will, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Just show you the figure again here. So here's the figure again in robot mode. What do I think of the figure overall? The vehicle mode again is pretty basic and bland. There's not much to it. The quality control with this top section here and being able to actually lock it down on top of the vehicle is quite poor. As you saw on my figure, the only thing holding this on was this peg here into the hole on top of the figure in truck mode. In robot mode though, the quality control seems to be pretty nice. I've only had one issue with it, and that was the leg popping off once while I was transforming it. Thankfully it didn't happen during this review, and it's only happened once, so maybe that was just me applying way too much pressure to it. But the weapons are nice. I do like the single-bladed as well as the double-bladed axe here. Combining this with this, I'm not a big fan of, but this does sort of pass as an alright shield. So that's nice there. If I had to choose between this and the Earth mode Optimus Prime, I would probably wait and hold out for the Earth mode Optimus Prime. The vehicle mode on this one again is very basic and bland. There isn't much to it. Again, the quality control issues. The robot mode on this figure is really nice. If you do pick this figure up, do it because of the robot mode. Otherwise, just wait for the Earth mode figure. So those are my thoughts on the figure. You might want to head out to your local Walmart and see if you can find them. If not, hopefully they'll be in your area pretty soon. So this is Jesse signing off until my next review.